Buona.tv is sponsored by Skype. Hello, this is Buona from Buona.tv, and I'm going to be reviewing Heavenly Sword for the PlayStation 3. It's a very good game, I think, and I think you're going to enjoy it. Heavenly Sword has been available for a couple of weeks now, and I recently got it and started to play through it a little bit. So I figured I'd give you guys a little walkthrough of my little adventure here. Now, one of the things you notice right off the bat with Heavenly Sword is the storyline. I mean, once you dive into the game, the first thing you start doing is that you're engulfed in the storyline, and you're literally playing along with the movie. I think this is one of the fortes of this particular game. It essentially engulfs you as if you're actually playing inside of the cinematics, and I love that because it essentially takes you in, brings you in to parts of the game where you typically would just sit back and watch. And the visuals on these cinematics are outstanding. Let me tell you what. So once you get in, I mean, immediately you're into the game. You're fighting, but it seems to be a point that's not really the beginning of the story. So you might be a little bit confused at first, but you get to see a lot of the special moves right off the bat. I mean, the main character, Nariko, I believe is her name, she essentially has all of her moves at her disposal right in this beginning, and she just takes it to him without hesitation. So this particular point in the game, you're learning about the backstory and everything that's going along with it. So it's a very enthralling experience so far. Now, when you get into the cinematics, I mean, really get into them, you begin to notice the facial expressions of Nariko and all of the other characters, and it is something I've never seen before. It's unparalleled. I mean, I had heard about some of the improvements they've done with it, but until you actually see it for yourself in high definition, you are you just can't help but just marvel at technology. I mean, just the ability to transform expression to these characters on the screen just makes for an experience that will just suck you in. I mean, you get involved. You can't help it. It's something that I think really adds to the game. And a lot of the characters have different personalities. Not just Nariko, but some of these soldiers and her father and all these different people excuse me, express themselves in various ways that you see cinematically. And I'll go and say it. I mean, this is probably the best movie I've played. It's literally a movie that you control. I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, some single player games, they really wanted to bring you into the experience, but Heavenly Sword does a great job at it. So once you actually get started playing and fighting and doing the things that, involves a game, you're in control of Nariko, and she has three different stanzas. Her stanzas are called the Heavenly Speed, Heavenly Range, and Heavenly Power stance. And within each stance, you have your own combos and combo abilities. So you can master these combos, and it's very God of War-like play. Where you get to just basically demolish people, and it's very satisfying. And I find myself, I mean, you run out of enemies and you're kind of sad because you want to try all kinds of things on people. So it's a pretty good experience. Also, you can play as Narito's half sister, I believe, or adopted sister. Her name is Kai, and she's a ranged fighter. So you get to shoot arrows at people and do all kinds of neat things with her. This is I mean, some nice mini games in here where you get to do some range stuff to take away from the tedium of hack and slash. But they also added the ability to do some 6-axis controls where you can actually control arrows. So I mean, that's pretty much the game. I mean, you get to control two characters. I mean, you get a lot of storyline in this game, as well as combos and unlocks. You get to unlock all kinds of little things, artwork, and little knickknacks like that. But that's not really the true joy of the game. The joy of the game for me is like watching a movie, but actually being able to control it. And that's Heavenly Sword for me in a nutshell. The replayability is pretty nice. You know, it's like watching a movie over and over again if you think about it. If you like a movie, you'll keep watching it. Graphics are great. I give them like an 8 out of 10. Audio is outstanding. The score for this is unparalleled. And I think it's a great game.